We're now happy to be joined on the phone by Keith Pompey from the Philadelphia Inquirer. Keith, thank you for taking some time to talk with us.
Hey, man, thanks for having me on your show.
Now, the big story here locally, of course, is Nerlens Noel is now with the Sixers. It's a team that really was not projected anywhere in the conversation with him before the draft. How much of a surprise was it that he ended up in Philadelphia?
Well, it's crazy. I mean, Sam Hinkie, the Sixers general manager, when he was at Houston, he was known for willing and dealing. And, it was just one of those things. He saw Nolan dropping, and he was like, hey, we have to go out and get him. I mean, here's the guy who's the best player in the draft. We can't sit around and wait.
Is it a sign that Jrue Holiday was in this trade, that the Sixers are looking to maybe rebuild and kind of maybe disassembling the team over the next couple of weeks?
Exactly. I mean, you're exactly right. I mean, this free agency period, well, first of all, they have like 6 guys who are going to be unrestricted free agents as of July 1. So this team is going to be extremely young. And, Jrue Holiday, let's face it, he's the best player on the team. He's the one, if you're going to trade to go get a Nerlens Noel, you have to trade him for someone, who's a superstar, so to speak. Jrue was the NBA All-Star. And, to me personally, I was a little shocked. I thought that they would probably get rid of Evan Turner or Spencer Hall, but I didn't know that they would get rid of their best player on the team. But it works out well, because they're looking for the future. You got Nerlens Noel, you have one of his pretty good friends in Michael Carter-Williams, as the point guard. So they're just building for the future.
How does this impact Andrew Bynum in terms of Noel being there?
Well, I don't think Andrew Bynum's coming back. He may come back for a one-year deal, but the latest is the Sixers, they have not reached out to him at all. The thing about Andrew Bynum, they gave him $19 million last year. He did not play a single game. So, and then some people felt as if that he could have played, and then he got injured bowling. So I think it's one of those situations where let's just cut our losses now and build for the future. Because the thing is, if you re-sign this guy for more than 1 year and you give him a lot of money, and if his knee is still bad, the next thing you know, the GM will be looking for a new job.
Do you look at this in terms of, Philadelphia sports fans have sort of a reputation for being a little intense. Do you look at the Jrue Holiday part of this as almost putting more pressure on Nerlens to get on the court, get healthy, and contribute, even though he's a guy that is kind of raw?
I don't think so. This is the reason being. If anyone knows the Sixers, you know that they're going to struggle next year. They would have struggled even if they didn't have Nerlens Noel and if Jrue Holiday stayed. I honestly think that what they're doing is they're cutting this thing and they're basically rebuilding. Think about Houston. Like when they came to Houston, the people over there who came to Houston Rockets, they were getting these guys and they kept, bringing them in. Like, hey, they brought in Terrence Jones last year. But, you bring them in, and the next thing you know, if they don't work, you trade them. But you keep trading, you get pieces. I honestly think that they know that they're going to struggle next year. They have 2 first-round draft picks, and then they'll probably have $36 million on the salary cap for next summer. So if anyone who really knows basketball, they should not put a lot of pressure on this guy. Personally, I think the Sixers need to just take him slow. They're saying he's not going to be able to come back until December. So if you can get him playing towards the latter part of the season, at a high level, that's good. But he is going to be the future of the program. You don't want to rush back.
And he will be there, of course, with the owner of the team, Will Smith, the guy he looked up to. Keith, thank you very much for that right there.